Welcome back, everybody, to the thematic ASTRAGOTH campaign, where we are only on the 4th episode and we're already wrapping up our 3rd war. I want to give a big thanks to everyone who has commented so far. The comments about the lore will help me keep things thematic, and the advice about playing the Chaos Dwarfs will hopefully keep me from getting myself wiped out right away. But before we get into all that, my name is Michael, and my goal is to give you the most immersive Let's Plays possible. One thing I'm trying is combining cinematic scenes with battlefield tactics to hopefully make the battles more immersive. Please stick around and let me know what you think of those. I'm always trying to improve the quality of the channel. If you like them, please leave a comment or a like so I know what to keep doing and what to change. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get back into the action. And I should probably right away say I recorded the first 3 episodes of this campaign back to back to back a little bit more than a week ago. So this is really the first episode I am recording since the comments that many of you have put on the first few episodes, which have been extremely helpful. So, as I mentioned, both the lore comments and the advice for Chaos Dwarfs is going to be extremely helpful to me, so hopefully I will do my best to digest those and apply them moving forward. Okay, anyway, so as always, I need to start out by getting these messages off my screen because I'm very obsessive about that. I remember having gotten some of these different messages already. So the big one that came up is the recruitment of our. I even called these guys hobgoblins in the last episode, but they're not. They're orc laborers, and of course all these goblin laborers. Well, somebody pointed out the Chaos Dwarfs really the only greenskins that they use in their armies. This is my understanding. If I'm misrepresenting this, please do let me know. But the only greenskins that they actually would use as soldiers in their armies would be the hobgoblins. So since I've already recruited all these, and since I'm still kind of learning the Chaos Dwarfs, I'm a little bit reluctant to just immediately disband all of these guys. So what we'll do is we'll just continue to use them as fodder and let them basically die out on their own, on the battlefields. But I won't be recruiting any more of them, and I will focus instead on the hobgoblins over here, in addition, of course, to the, and right here, in addition, of course, to the Chaos Dwarfs. And speaking of the Chaos Dwarfs, we did, I believe, increase our capacity for warriors. We did, up to 4, and we're currently only at 2. So we do know that we need to recruit 2 more of those. So what we can do here, let's go ahead and move forward. I guess I should do a really quick recap here. We obviously consolidated the first province here. That was our first war. We went to war down here and we took the Blasted Expanse. But in the midst of taking that over, we got attacked by these guys over here. This is the Sabre skin Ogres. We got attacked by them, and they actually took the fort from us. And then we immediately counter-marched all the way back up here, took the fort back from them, defeating their main army, and pushed their secondary army. It skedaddled back into Sabre Mountain here. So at this point, I kind of am hoping that we can get there and lay siege to this before they've had much of a chance to rebuild their military. I guess we can check that out really quickly. By taking a look here at the relative faction strength, we can see, yeah, the Sabre skins are obviously quite weak right now. That's because we did knock out their main army. And currently, they are the only faction that we're at war with, because some of our other neighbors ended up finishing off whoever it was we were at war with down there. I think it was another Greenskins faction, but I can't even remember now. Like I said, it's been a week actually since I've played these guys. So let's go ahead and get you moving over in this direction. And the first thing we got to do is get you over here as well to take 2 of the units out of this army. So we're going to take the goblin laborers and the weakest of the orc laborers into our all-laborer army here. You can consider these to be like the, you know, logistically, these are the guys that we just kind of drag along to bring our supplies with us and our, you know, communication, and basically everything that's involved in logistics besides the fighting. Anyway, so then that gives you a little bit of room here to go ahead and recruit in. We've got we've got one dwarf warrior and one with great weapons. I generally prefer the shielded version of units, so I'm going to continue to do that. We've already maxed out our bull centaur renders and our great taurus, so we're just going to leave it at that for now. And you, however, the other army here, should be able to press on farther. I want to make sure that we can reach them. Their military presence is 4. I want to make sure that we can reach them to lay siege next turn. So, yeah, we definitely should be able to from here. Yep. Okay. And I don't think they'll come out and attack us because they only have these 4 units. They cannot recruit because they're in March stance. They're not a high enough level, I don't think, to recruit any regiments of renown. So, anyway, so we'll lay siege with that army, assuming that ASTRAGOTH himself cannot reach, which I didn't really double check to see whether or not he could, but it's fine. Now, I've also had some different advice in terms of how we want to do our workshops, our outposts, and our factories. So I'm going to leave these for now, but I'm going to try to implement some of the advice that has been given to me moving forward. And there's going to be just an awful lot, I think, of experimentation and getting used to what's the proper balance. In any case, I do think at this point I can probably turn off the recruitment commandment here, switch it over to, I think maybe construction cost for all buildings. So as somebody pointed out, and I'd kind of figured out on my own in the 3rd episode, I think it was, yeah, you're not dependent on population the way that you are with other factions. So it really comes down to what resources do you have available. We obviously want to be keeping an eye on all of these and make sure that we're not in too bad a shape. The labor is still the thing that I'm trying to figure out exactly what the what the best ratios are, what the best balance is overall. What's interesting is, why is this all grayed out? Do we already have? Oh yeah, I already have a labor action going on right now. Okay, so the control, it's been recommended to me to not use the set an example labor action for control, but to rather try to use these other 2. So I will do so moving forward, provided I can keep things under control. Next turn, we'll find a use for some of our labor, and of course, our workload is 500, but that doesn't mean that we're actually losing 500 labor per turn, which is just something that I'm going to have to learn to keep an eye on. Also, our public order, as I found out on my own, then somebody reinforced in a comment, public order is very much based on the amount of labor that you have as well. And so for that reason alone, it might be worth going in and moving some labor from Zornuzkul into the Blasted Wastes. I think I just want to do this as an experiment as much as anything else. I already found out last time it's going to cost 200 to do it, which is fine. We can afford that. But really, what I want to do is I want to see if we drop our labor here. Let me reset again. So from 886 down by 100. So he's at -1 control. By dropping down to below 800, let's see if it affects the control of either one of these two? Let's go ahead and find out. -1, -5 to 0 and -6. Okay, so I wonder if it's like 100, roughly 100 labor equates to a -1 in control. Very possibly. Don't know. And I don't know if that was wise or not. I did that as much as anything else as an experiment, but I have a feeling that if we're going to keep using labor actions, we want as much labor as possible up here in our main province. Okay, enough of the little maintenance things. Let's go ahead and move on. I think I'll go ahead and... This actually doesn't require anything but time and 1,500 money to build that up. So yeah, I think it's worth increasing our income. And we can't really upgrade anything else there, and we can't really do anything over here either. Our public order is not... It's not a disaster over here. We can go a little while longer. I'm more concerned about somebody else declaring war on us and invading it while it's undefended. Okay, and then, like I said, we were poised to be able to launch an attack over here. Let's go ahead and check out our research. So as somebody pointed out, yes, I did know that there are 3 different technology trees here. The question is, I think what I want to do is maybe get the quickest ones researched in each of the different tech trees here. So 2 turns only for this one. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of. And we've got a couple missions here. Ensure that a demon smithy has been built. Well, let's take a look here. Demon smithy is... Where's the demon smithy? I'll find it eventually. Bear with me. Okay. Nope. Demon smithy, demon smithy, demon smithy. Demon smithy, there it is. Okay. Alright, well, that's pretty... It's only a tier 2, so... Yeah, we should be able to build that relatively soon, as soon as we get a slot open up in any of these settlements. So, this to upgrade requires 750 raw materials. Definitely feels like raw materials are going to have to be a focus here in the early going. Okay, anyway, then we've got industry and forgecraft. This is the one, building an assembly line. We have already built this, but I guess we built it prior to getting that mission, so we'll have to build another one somewhere else. All right, in any case, let's go ahead and check our diplomacy out. Yeah, not too interested in being nice with them. Sabre skin, obviously they would love peace, but no, I think we have the advantage right now, so let's keep things rolling here. Alright, so yeah, things like that always make me a little bit nervous, but it doesn't look like he's going to attack us. They are fellow Chaos Dwarfs. I'm going to check and see if they like us, but kind of hope they do. So Karakazorn has been defeated. We're up to 7 out of 10 victories for our hero, so that's good. It's always a good sign when you see an actual number here instead of a 0, because that means it's working, presumably. I have several times in several different campaigns seen this number stay at a 0, even though we have definitely won battles. So I don't know what the criteria are for whether or not it's going to work, but okay, he decided to stay here and help defend Sabre Mountain rather than retreating. Doesn't he have another settlement somewhere? I thought I saw that he had 2, but maybe not. Nope, he only has the 1. Okay, never mind then. That makes perfect sense. Alright, so we're going to obviously go ahead and fight this battle this turn, I think. We'll have to lay siege, like I said, or we'll have to encircle with this army, which would be a close defeat. Wow, just this crappy old army is already a close defeat against that. We're going to encircle here. And then I am going to bring you forward. You're not fully replenished, but it's okay. Should be good enough. Now, before I launch this attack, I want to check two things. Number one, do I want to keep it? Well, it's suitable climate. Ice Spear and Blizzard Peak are currently owned by Tusk Suns. That seems to me like a minor Greenskins faction that we probably don't mind going to war with, so I don't see any real reason not to anticipate going to war with them next and taking those as well. So I think, is this down? No, that's Gorger Rock. Ice Spear. Where's Blizzard Peak? I don't remember exactly where Blizzard Peak is. Blizzard Peak, well, you wouldn't be up there, I don't think. Challenge Stone, Ice Spewer, Blizzard Peak. Okay, so Blizzard Peak is down here somewhere. All right, okay, that's good. All right, yeah. And that faction overall doesn't look too strong. I hate to, be planning the next war out before I even finish this one. So let me not do that. Let's go ahead and... Oh, the other thing I wanted to check, of course, is to make sure that everything's signed. And since Forbidden Rod is not one that I ever use because it causes damage to self, I am instead going to fuse these. A Demon Flask of Ashak here, which is a Vortex spell. Interesting. Affects enemies only, so it does not affect friendly units. That is very good to know. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be like right around, there's no range, so it's going to happen everywhere within 15 meters of whoever uses this item. Well, let's go ahead and that's an enchanted item. Does ASTRAGOTH have one? He does not. Not to mention ASTRAGOTH does get himself into melee quite often, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and give it to him. I could have given it to him instead, because he's definitely in melee a lot as well, but no, I think we'll leave it on ASTRAGOTH for now. Okay. Very good. Yep, okay. Let's go ahead and launch the attack here. Decisive victory now. I think it's just going to be field battle, right? Indeed. Okay, let's do it. And this is going to be the first episode where I start mixing in the cinematic scenes to the battles. So hopefully I will remember to save this battle instead of just clicking instinctively on the end battle button. Okay, so obviously I don't want to launch the attack right away with just these laborers. So we're just going to get the laborers all over here. You guys can be 4. Actually, you can be 9. In order to try to stay thematic, I may give them nothing but a secondary role in this fight. Okay, you meanwhile, let's stay here with you. Let's go ahead and start the battle. We don't have much in the way of winds and magic, and your spells, quite frankly, aren't very impressive either, so you can just kind of sit here and be very decoy-like in case they come towards us, but it does not look like they're going to. I'm actually going to put you on 2. I'm going to try to keep my my melee characters on 1 and my spellcasting characters on 2. Speeding up. I didn't check to see. Okay, we're just about there. Alright, here they come. So like I said, melee characters on 1. ASTRAGOTH, you go ahead and move up here. Alright, our hobgoblins. You know, this is not really not all that fancy of a battle. We could probably... Okay, you orc laborers, let's get you over here. We're going to add you to 9. Okay, so... The archers, let's get you behind, of course. behind the front line of you four. Okay. With the... Okay, so do the cutthroats, they don't have stalk. They do not. Okay, so they can hide in forest, but there's not enough forest around for me to really take much advantage of that. So we're going to put 2 of you over there. We're going to put 2 of you over here. The blunderbusses. Okay, I need to figure out how best to do the blunderbusses here. Last time I got myself in trouble by not having enough protection for the blunderbusses. So we're going to learn from that. And we're going to make sure that they stay well defended. In fact, that'll be a good use for you guys. This is my cav. I could do flanking with my cav, but I'm actually not going to. It's more important to me to defend my blunderbusses. So let's go ahead, get everybody here. The reason I'm walking, by the way, is because we're using mods that make fatigue more impactful, so that you can't just literally run the entire way across a battlefield without it, you know, being a second thought. So it just means doing a little bit more walking in fast forward speed. But we're almost set up here. I think what we'll do, once everybody's in position here, we'll go ahead and get all of you moving just directly into their lines. I don't see any reason to avoid the trees with our melee units. So I don't love the fact that they're up on a hill, but can't always be helped. In fact, it usually can't. It does seem like 9 times out of 10, the AI gets the terrain advantage in terms of hills. We're gonna bring our 9 along, along sort of as backup, just in case, basically. Just in case. They're mainly there just to support the front line units. Okay, you're getting shot. Let's kind of be careful about that. Let's get you back here. Alright, speed up. Now, we don't see their Noblar trappers because they do stalk or hide or both. Let's go ahead and wait until we actually see them before we start running. Okay, ASTRAGOTH, you yourself have gotten so far ahead that I'm going to stop you right there. Let everybody catch up to you. In fact, you know what I just realized? All of you guys, except for ASTRAGOTH, you guys can actually... You can actually stay right here for now. The reason being, and that means my 9, you guys, I don't want you guys moving forward quite so far. 9. Can I please move you? Thank you. Yeah, you guys just kind of stay like that. And the reason is because ASTRAGOTH might be able to draw them forward with this Burning Wrath. So let's try it. Ogre Bulls, Ogre Bulls, Ogre Bulls, Ogre Bulls, Iron Fists. They're a little bit into the trees, but I'm going to try to hit them. see what this does. Okay, that did not do very much damage at all to them. Up, here they come. Wow, that was easy. I thought I'd have to kind of trick them into coming towards us. All right, so ASTRAGOTH, we want you here. Okay, we want you guys kind of over like this so that the blunderbusses, look at that, that is awesome. Oh my goodness. No, I'm on regular speed. Okay, never mind. Alright, you guys go ahead and get around behind. Blunderbuss is over there doing their thing. You guys, let's go ahead and get you kind of around like this. Okay, I don't want to... Okay, ASTRAGOTH, you can cast this on yourself. And let's get you into this group of Noblars. Let's go ahead and get him over here on those Noblard trappers. Oh, okay, we got to pay some attention there to the enemy lord. Okay, we are not quite done over here. Let's go ahead and get you guys now, since it doesn't look like we have to protect our blunderbusses too much. My bad. My bad, everybody. Everybody on him, get those blunderbusses back. Get those blunderbusses back. Okay, you guys can now, they're broken, you can shoot at them. You guys shoot over here. You're on them, I'm hoping you can take care of that. Yeah, we got ravaged by the, over here on our left flank without my really noticing it. What about the, oh my goodness, I forgot to move you forward. That was not good. Okay. Up here, yeah, go ahead and keep doing this to yourself here, ASTRAGOTH. That should help. Take him out. Okay, you guys can now go ahead. Everybody can help out over here, I think. Yeah, we're making short work of them. Once the blunderbusses get themselves in a good line of fire, we can really do excellent damage. Okay, ASTRAGOTH, they're a little bit beaten up here, so let's go ahead and pull you back. You come back. Let's get you moving forward. However, you guys keep shooting at him. And over here, we've got everything well in hand. So everybody over here. Okay, yeah, let's get our fives over here. You're probably just going to get shot up now. So you go ahead and get out of the way. All right, let's just try to kill him. . 'em. 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 You guys just here. That's fine. You're running them off. That's fine. Okay, can we kill him, please? Really, really love it. Let's reduce his melee defense. You guys are there now. He looks like he's taking a lot of damage. Okay, we should be able to finish him off here pretty quickly. I think. There we go. All right, pretty well done. I'll take that. Obviously not the. Ooh, I almost clicked in battle. Thank goodness. Okay, so this is ASTRAGOTH 0401, my first battle of the 4th episode. And this is against Sabre Skin. Astra. Nice spelling there, Michael. Okay. There we go. In battle. Very good. Yeah, I just need to learn the new muscle memory to click on the save battle button instead of the end battle. Or the save replay button instead of the end battle button. Alright, and as mentioned, let's go ahead and take our loot here, and then we are going to occupy. So we got good labor, good slaves, good treasury, and decent experience. Okay, and like I said, okay. Oh, that's right. So we have to choose now. How do we occupy this? If we occupy it as an outpost. This is for raw materials. This feels to me like what I probably want to do. Occupying as a tower. Towers provide all recruitment options and buildings to advance your faction strengths and status. Well, for now... And what does it cost us, by the way? It costs us influence, okay. Yeah, for now I think I'm just going to occupy as an outpost. Later on I will figure out the importance of occupying as towers. Faction destroyed, Sabre Skin, very good. Alright, yeah, I've already gone through all that, so just double checking. Okay, so you guys, you get a skill up. Let's make you a better wizard, and then in time we will convert this lord's army over to an actual Chaos Dwarf or Hobgoblin army or something like that. We have Dark Subjugation, which is the leadership and melee defense debuff. That's good. Somebody pointed out that Ash Storm could be really useful, particularly with the Hobgoblin archers, since they use fire arrows. So we'll try that once we have a few more Hobgoblin archers than what we currently have. Curse of Hashut. Yeah, okay. These all look like pretty useful spells, quite frankly. For now, I'm going to go ahead and take the Dark Subjugation. Zorak here. Ooh, okay. So we're at the point now where we can do make some thematic decisions. Now, if we take this one, it blocks off this and this. So these three are mutually exclusive. So Temple Guardian gives us Guardian, of course, which is good if we wanted to use him as a bodyguard for ASTRAGOTH. And Stalwart Defender, yeah, you know, that's an option. Okay, so Effective Agent. No, this is absolutely not what I'm going to want to go with. Nope, I don't want to be using this guy as a field agent. Passive ability, Murderous Charge. Okay, so this is if we want to build up a nice like cavalry contingent to use for flanking attacks, maybe. To me, that feels more exciting. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use him as an offensive weapon in battle. And we're all called up on our magic items and ancillaries. Wow, we're losing 15 winds of magic per turn in this province. That is terrible. Yeah, calm there. It's absolutely a problem. It is blowing over here, so if we get back over there, that's better. Well, the one thing we can do, let's go ahead and move in this direction in anticipation of starting our fourth war. Now he's got a full army there, but I feel like his overall, we're at 75, his overall faction strength is quite low, so that's not a great army. It might be almost a full stack, 18 units, but it's not 18 good units anyway. Alright. In terms of what we want to do here, okay, so this would be just spending money. Is this the best use for 4,000 gold? Probably not. However, this is interesting. This has the Hobgoblin mustering camp here. So let's take a look at this. Hobgoblin mustering camp. These are your cutthroat, sneaky gits, and archers, all of which I like, but particularly those archers. The wolf raiders could be good to get a few of these to supplement our renders, our bull centaur renders, because right now just that one unit is not a particularly strong flanking cavalry contingent. So that's an option, but we'd have to level this up first before we could upgrade that. And I'm not sure that's the best use of our 4,000. And at the very least, we do know that we can go ahead and recruit, start replacing laborers with hobgoblins if we want to. And hobgoblins are actually relatively expensive. That's interesting. Not so much to purchase them, but their maintenance is quite expensive compared to the laborers. So let me figure out what our money situation is like before I start committing to doing that. Same thing down here. You are producing raw materials. That's what we want. Our laborer efficiency is up to 100%, so that's good. The amount of labor that we have here, 326. No, that's not. That's overall. No, that's just here. Okay, all right. So we're only using 32. Okay, this is good. So we'll last a while with the labor force that we have here. We will last a while with the labor force that we have here, even if we do a labor action, which I probably will in a moment. And then over here, we've got no labor at all yet, and that's fine with me because I don't want to build up a new settlement until I know that I can hold it. Okay, so over here, we've got this. We could further... Okay, so this generates 1,500 treasury. That doesn't seem fantastic to me for burning through 200 slaves. The conclave influence is definitely something that I might want to try out. So, I shouldn't say try out, I mean using the labor action to increase it. So, if I use 200 more labor, sacrifice 200 slaves, I would be able to get another one of these, right? Because I'm currently at 58, we need 75. Oh, I might be able to get 2 more. Depends on if they go up every time we purchase one. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and build... oh, no, Conclave Influence 10. Why was I thinking it was 100? Yeah, that makes way more sense. That's way better balanced. Okay. So we'll be at 66 next turn. If we used 200 slaves, then we would be 76 next turn. Let's try it. Boom, we've burned through it, okay. Our public order is not quite as bad now because of having used up those 200 laborers. And yeah, okay. And obviously our influence increased to the point now where we will be able to choose one of these next turn. We also have districts to choose. Oh, wait a minute. No, never mind. No, it's all here on this one screen. We just are going to continue to go further up here. Oh, and all of this reminds me, now that we're talking about Chaos Dwarf stuff, I want to see whether these guys... Oh, they do not like us. It is improving, but they do not like us. That's a little scary. They're not as strong as we are. They're at war with the Lamian Sisterhood. That suits me fine. Lamian Sisterhood. We have no relations with them. So we don't really have a horse in this race, but that is almost certainly the reason why this army is here. It did trespass in our territory, which I do care about, but they're almost certainly headed up here to take that. And that's fine with me for now. Meanwhile, we'll continue to focus over here. A lot of learning a new faction, and like I said, this is really the first time I played Astragoth for more than just a couple of turns, just to learn the basic mechanics of of how the raw materials and the armaments and everything work. Anyway, the first time you play a faction, there's no substitute for just the pure experience of learning what your neighbors are likely to do. And so, for example, we found out the hard way that the ogres over here are going to attack you right away. So, yeah, little things like that are definitely something that are in the back of my mind while we're making strategic decisions here in this campaign. So, meanwhile, we've kind of, I think, done everything that we really need to do. We could do something here in the Hellforge. I do like those blunderbusses. It is tempting to try to improve those. I should say improve those. I mean to increase our capacity for those. But I'm a little bit tempted to just continue to focus on the warriors, because the 2 blunderbusses does seem to be enough for right now, and 3 of them I'm a little bit worried. I already have enough trouble protecting these guys. I'm a little bit worried that it'll be even harder to do it with 3. So at 7, we can unlock spell resistance and charge reflection. Yeah, let's continue to do this. Okay, so we're at 7 now. So what we need to do is spend 32 armaments to give them oh, wait a minute, no. To give them, what am I doing here? Selecting you, Ruin of Frenzy. How do I select this? Forgecraft options. I'm not able to select it, and I'm not entirely sure why. Why am I not able to select it? Because I have a cooldown of 1 turn. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Fair enough. We'll do that next turn then. Okay. See, little things like that. It just takes a little while to learn them. Okay. Building upgrades available. I'm pretty sure we've already looked through all these, and we've decided there's nothing further to do. I could rush construction. In this case, it would cost 270 labor. Absolutely not. Not going to do that. This is going to give us... What are we going? We're going from 10 armaments per turn to 20 armaments per turn. And our workload is going up by 50. And our raw materials are doubling to 200 per turn. And our income generated is not changing. Okay. Let's go ahead. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Convoy. I knew it. Okay. Knew there was something else I was forgetting. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I forgot now which one was recommended to do early on. Well, that's okay. We'll figure it out the hard way. I might just do them based on how long it takes to do each one. It looks like... Okay, so I'm gonna add master and 500. Wait a minute. Let me select this. Okay, this is sending out armaments. We don't have 440 armaments, obviously. We get back money. Well, let's try it. So if we... Okay, we don't have... Never mind, we don't have enough armaments to do that. Fair enough, okay. Karen Carr, you are very far away. You are very far away. I think maybe let's try Bay of Blades. This just takes outgoing money, and we'll get back raw materials. Oh, that sounds very good. Now, I know somebody said, I think this is just like it is with Cathay, right? Where you get a magic item the first time you complete any particular trade route. Well, in any case, we're going to hope to complete them all in time. So, I'll get there. That looks like it's going to take quite a bit longer, however, than some of these others. So let's take a look at Haunted Forest. Okay, yeah, this is good. This is money for raw materials. So let's see how high we can run this up. Run that up to 1100 treasury for 310 raw materials. Now, of course, we're going to have to fight potentially 2 battles on the way. But it does say the threat is low. So let's hope that we can get there. I should have at least looked. Can I see what the army looks like? I don't really see how I can see what the army looks like. Oh well. I guess I can't. Oh, army panel right there. Okay, so that's our army. That's decent, you know. Those are some strong units for the early game. So yeah, I think I'm relatively confident in all that. Okay, stone mantle, that's the demon smithy, and then the armaments build, the assembly line building. Okay, all right, so we're good. Let's get back over here to our main province. I don't really see anything worth worrying about there. Okay, let's go ahead and check our diplomacy then. Still, they're the only ones who want to have anything to do with us. That's fine as long as no more of our neighbors declare war on us. End our turn. I really love the complexity of Chaos Dwarfs. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, but there's a lot to think about. And as far as I'm concerned, the more decision making you have to do, the better. Okay. Alright, convoy encounter, ogre mercenaries, okay. So, we could add a man-eater's unit for 1,000. I don't really see why not. The strength of an ogre is unmatched anywhere. At least that's what this group of rotund mercenaries assured us when offering to guard our trade convoy on its route. Through the might of the Dawizar, I think this is the exact same one that I got last time, isn't it? Okay, take the ogre's assistance. Very good. Oh, that's right, I completely forgot. In this campaign, we're using the legendary lore. So, the Great Drill of Hashut, deep in the bowels of the earth. This is a big one, so I'm going to read this out. Deep in the bowels of the earth, the demon smiths labor in secret on the largest, most ambitious project ever attempted in the history of the Chaos Dwarfs, the Great Drill of Hashut. This monstrous contraption, born from an unholy marriage of sorcery and dwarfen ingenuity, shudders with a deafening cacophony of grinding gears and tortured cries of souls trapped within its molten core. Its purpose is to breach the domain of the Chaos Dwarfs' malign god, Hashut, the father of darkness. The sorcerer prophets of Zarnagrund seek the blood of Hashut, a source of unimaginable power found only within this labyrinthine realm. Scores of laborers have perished in its construction, and scores more will join them before the Great Drill is finally complete. First, several dwarfen relics must be stolen and their runic magic repurposed to power the Great Drill. Only then can it begin to dig to the world's core, churning through earth, rock, and the very fabric of reality itself to breach Hashut's domain. Now, my understanding is this is actually your objective in the Realms of Chaos campaign, correct? And somebody mentioned that there is a mod which also brings it into the Immortal Empires campaign. However, that is not a mod I am using in this particular campaign. Maybe in the future I will, however. Reaching high above the putrid small cloud. Okay, so this is just my tallest towers here. That's fine. Carry out a successful assassination attempt against an enemy of the overlords of Zarduk. Okay, that's interesting. They'll probably be wiped out before we get a chance to do that. And presumably it was the construction of this, the second level of this landmark here, that is what triggered the legendary lore, excuse me, message that we got here. That's my theory, and I think it seems like a reasonable one. Alright, so meanwhile, now you, if I put you into regular stance here, you could now attack here. Let's take a look at their strength. Have they improved much? Tusk Suns, 165. Not much, but we're also not at full health here. And we know that they have an 18 stack somewhere around. And who are they at war with? They're at war with Kolek. Okay, that's good to know. So the challenge stone is right over here, so we don't know how active of a war that is. Let's go ahead right now and... Oh, that's right, I have no channeling stance with these guys. Well... Dagnabbit. Okay, so you guys... Oh, I forgot I was going to recruit in some Hobgoblin units. I had the money to do it last turn. Well, that's on me. Okay, over here... Do we want to do this? 675 raw materials. We're getting 550 per turn now. That's pretty excellent. And again, this seems like what we want to use some of our labor for. Boom. Oh, we're down to 85%. Oh, no, that's because of our third province, I'm sure. The Tower of Zar. Okay, so back to here. We could choose casualty replenishment rate. This is very good. Although less important in this campaign because we're not using the mod to reduce our casualty replenishment, to cut it in half in this campaign. This just grants a random item. Armament cost. Minus 10% for all unit capacity upgrades. Okay, that's quite good. That's quite good considering the problems with Winds of Magic that we're having right now. Armor of Contempt. Yeah, that's nice, but I don't think that's the best use of our influence. Is that what it's called? Influence? Yes. Okay. And then finally, ooh, that's nice. 100 per turn. Output plus 5%. Income in money. Yeah, we want to do this. Boom. Claim seat. Okay. Alright. Very good. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and... Let me think about this for a second. Since I can't do Winds of Magic, I could raid. I can get into his territory and do some raiding. Would he likely pull his 18 stack back based on that? And if he did, would it matter? I'm not going to do the raiding. The reason being, I want to replenish a little bit more. Before we jump into the next war, I want to replenish a little bit more. Meanwhile, you... Okay, so I'm assuming... Yeah, this is obviously where our... This is pulling down our average labor efficiency. The other two are doing fine. Actually, no. No, they're not doing fine. You, Zornaskel, you are actually well under what we want. Okay, so there's an important lesson learned right here. I did this labor action when I really didn't have enough labor to pull it off. So good for future reference. Make sure you build up more of a cushion than... Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I would have been at 584, and I know that I need 550. Yeah, alright. That makes perfect sense. So what does this mean then? It means we're reducing our output for each of these different buildings that are producing different things. Probably. Or is it just... No, just the ones that have a workload requirement, probably. So that would not include this one. That's how I'm... Or that one. That's how I'm going to interpret it. But this one right here... This one... right here, and this one right here, they are all being reduced because we're not at 100% efficiency. That's okay, I can live with that for a turn or two. We just need to make sure we get some more slaves pretty soon. Okay, so back up to you. This army... I still have 3 orc laborers over here. I'm going to go ahead and move forward with this army. Move close enough where you could exchange units, and then we're going to recruit here. Which of these do I prefer? How many sneaky gets do I have right now? Just the one. And I've got 4 cutthroats. Okay, I want 1 more sneaky git and 1 more archer. Okay. And we will get those into ASTRAGOTH's army next turn. Very good. Okay. And then building upgrade available. I could spend it on this, but let me see what else we... Okay, so we need 1,800 to level this up. I think it might be worth waiting for us to have that rather than burning it on this. Defensive supplies. Increases the garrison, of course. The main thing that it does is it's going to allow us to upgrade our factory, which is important. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Why not? Alright, and then down here, we can't do anything here. We don't have the money. Okay. Alright, research available. Pandemic preparations, chance of a plague spreading, chaos undivided corruption. Not terribly important to me right now, but it is the next step on the way to getting some of these other things done. So we're going to do it anyway because it's only 2 turns. We're going to check our what was the new one that we got here? Assassin's Alliance. That's right. Okay. So diplomacy now. Nothing changed, it appears. Let's go ahead and do 1 more in turn. Not sure if this is going to have to be the last one for this episode or not. Probably not, because it doesn't look like anything has happened over this end turn. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, so the Silver Pinnacle still exists over here. He hasn't taken that yet. Mission issued to capture many provinces. That's fine. And to research 8 technologies. That's fine. Peace negotiated between Cathay and Dissenting Cathay. Okay, we've got our units recruited. Our factions encountered. Okay, this is something to definitely pay attention to. Meanwhile, we've got war between Greasus and... Oh, and the Chaos Dwarfs. Okay, there we go. That's important. Alright, the rest of those are less important to us. Let's go ahead and close that out. Now, yeah, you're not fully replenished, but you're in pretty good shape. They've got 9 units, plus another 9, but these are pretty crappy units. I think that's another battle we can win. What is that 8? Oh, that's the Frenzy. Good to know. Okay. That reminds me... right here, if we look at them, got to go into the Hellforge, into the Wait a minute. Where was it that I... Gotta think for a second. I'm still trying to remember where you go for different things here. Yeah, it's the manufactory. Yeah. Yeah, it's the manufactory. Okay, so by selecting them, I should... Oh, yeah, now... Okay, now I can select. Very good. All right, so charge reflection or spell resistance. Let's do them in order, I suppose. So we'll give you the spell resistance. 16 per unit times 4. Oh, I could have recruited... No, I'm not in the right province to recruit any more Chaos Dwarfs. That's why I didn't think of it. Okay. All right. So now, presumably, if I look at... Did I not apply it? Is that what I need to do? Manufactory. Right here. There we go. Apply. There we go. Let's do it. Boom. Yep, 16, 16, 16, 16. Okay, so if I hover over armaments, it does tell me what our maintenance is. Our upkeep is 96 per turn. Okay, that's definitely something to keep in mind. I probably, if I had thought that through, I probably would have not applied the spell resistance to them at this point, but it's fine. Okay, so now it is, I think, time to take a look at this. They're now occupied with Greasus, which makes... And these guys are only... Karkadon, he's a minor Chaos Dwarf faction, right? So we'll have to count on him losing, ultimately. And the Tusk Suns, you're not at war with anybody that we've actually met, so we can't bribe or extort money from anybody. Okay, well... I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and declare war. First thing I want to do is get... Nah, never mind. I'll move them forward after we do this. So, declare war. Boom, decisive victory. Pretty straightforward. Encircle. You guys go ahead and get forward. And we want you to hand off these guys, and in return, you can take back 2 of the orc laborers. Okay. And looks like we're running pretty low on time now. Let me just go ahead and do a couple things here. Nothing to do here, nothing to do here. Nothing to do here. Got to get our labor our labor situation will be improved right after we do this. So I think we'll go ahead and fit this battle into this episode. It means this episode will go long, but it's just a field battle. Pretty sure. Let me just make sure. Assuming it's just a field battle, then we'll go ahead and fight it. Yep, just a field battle. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, and so this time what I've decided I want to do, first of all, that ridge line scares me for purposes of being able to use my blunderbusses. So we're going to get you 3 over here on this flank. You're my 7. And then you 2 are my 8. We're going to build this formation based on our missile units. And so now, what I want are you guys in front of the blunderbusses, along with... This feels to me like, rather than considering them soldiers, these guys are truly expendable. They're basically here to block any flanking it, like an attack from this direction. I'll move them forward when the battle starts, and they'll just be there to absorb any attacks coming from this direction, allowing the blunderbusses to shoot. So they're basically nothing but a shock absorber as opposed to being actual soldiers. Now, oh, I thought I turned off my timer. I guess not. Now, the cutthroats, we're going to put you over here in front of the... So we're going to keep the hobgoblins thematically over here on the left of our line. Guess I can start deployment. We're going to get you guys on the right of the line. And you guys, I'm going to leave you kind of back here for now and reserve you as well. And that leaves the sneaky gits. Okay, I'm reasonably happy with that. And we're going to try to pull them forward with ASTRAGOTH. Meanwhile, you, like I said, I want you to get a little bit forward here. You guys can actually... Let's move you forward just a little bit more like this. Get you kind of out of the way of the blunderbusses. You guys kind of fill in the line there. Okay, never mind. I don't really need you to pull them forward. You're already going to. Okay, are you guys... Yeah, you should be able to shoot. ASTRAGOTH? Okay. Yeah, I want you forward like this. Okay, you guys should be able to start shooting as soon as they come into your line of sight here. I would hope that you're going to do so. Are you going to shoot? Are you going to shoot? You are not going to shoot. There you go. Well done. Okay. Yeah, that didn't take long. Destroy them. Okay, you guys. Let's go ahead and get you ready to launch a counteroffensive. I love those archers. I like the flaming arrows. It just looks cool. Okay, you guys can use your special attacks. Guess you already have. All right, yeah, go ahead and get forward. Meanwhile, the archers doing good work. You guys can now go ahead and start to push forward as well. You guys on them. Alright, ASTRAGOTH, you can go ahead and charge in here as well. Yeah, let's get you on them. You guys, I'm going to pull you back since you were not needed. You guys, I want you flanking and then charging into those guys. Looks like we're winning in most places up and down the line. You guys can now go ahead and take out... Tell you what, you take out them, you take out them. How are we doing? ASTRAGOTH, you can go ahead and do this. And that on him. Okay, blunderbusses at this point would probably have to worry more about damaging our own unit, so let's try to get you guys kind of forward like that. We took a little bit of damage here with our hobgoblins, but not too bad. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Our reinforcements came in, but I didn't use them because they are all laborers. Okay, here we go. Let's get you out. Let's get the blunderbusses shooting at the enemy lord. Shoot him. And you shoot him. Why are you moving? Man, that bothers me. I hate that. I hate that gunpowder units are so finicky about shooting. Okay. Meanwhile, let's get you out. Give them a clear line of sight. You guys just keep shooting them, making sure they leave the battlefield. Looks like over here we actually still have a little bit more work to do over there. That won't last. Meanwhile, with you, yeah, there we go. Blunderbusses, finish him off. Get out of the way. Keep finishing him off. Come on, guys, stop. What are you doing? Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me, guys. I don't understand why you are so finicky about shooting. Let's see if we can blow him up. There we go, he's dead. Okay. In battle. Save replay. ASTRAGOTH 0402. And these are... Dagnabbit, I knew I was going to forget the name of them. Tusks, not... Are they Tusk Suns? No, I'm just going to say greenskins. Because I don't remember. Okay. Boom. Now we can end the battle. Yep, Tusk Suns. I was right. Okay. All right. So obviously the Hobgoblin Cutthroats are not great as line holders. You definitely want to be using the Chaos Dwarfs as your anvil, as your line holders. And then maybe the Hobgoblins as more of the hammer, the flankers. Alrighty, decisive victory. Now we still have the main Tusk Suns army to deal with, so this war is nowhere near over yet. But I think as a first step, I'll take it. Got to get a little bit more replenishment done, though, that's for sure. In any case, we are overtime now, so I'm going to have to wrap this up here. I guess I still have to decide how I'm going to occupy this. I'm kind of tempted to do another outpost. Maybe do a ratio of 2 outposts to 1 factory here in this secondary province. You know what I just realized? Let me check this out really quickly here. Sabre Mountain. We can only take this up to 3. I'm pretty sure if I had occupied this as a tower, would I have been able to level this up to 5? Because I was thinking that this is a province where they're all just considered minor settlements, but now I'm not so sure. All right, well anyway, we will tackle that issue and all of the others in the next episode. There's definitely going to be more battling going on between us and the Tusk Suns. We'll probably charge over here towards Blizzard Peak next, unless something else distracts us. But in any case, there's definitely going to be some fighting involved, so make sure you don't miss that. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave it there for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.